Some people say that great people are destined for great things. Other people have a different perspective on that, and they might say that great people do great things just because they have the opportunity to do so. With great things, you have great men who would undertake great things because they're great. But fools, on the other hand, they take them because they think they're easy. I personally don't necessarily agree with that statement. I think that with people taking great things just to say that they're great, I personally think that sometimes great people might not necessarily be so great. They might be doing this great thing, such as fighting off, going to fight in a war, just because they want the glory for it. In the original Hercules, or even the Disney version of Hercules, when you think about it, Hercules, when he became a hero, he only wanted it for the glory to come, to go back to his dad, Zeus. And that was the whole point. He didn't do it to save the people. He did a lot of great stuff, but not for the people. He did it more for himself. Fools, if they thought that something was easy, yeah, sure, they would take it. But sometimes, I would say a fool would not do a great thing because they thought it was too hard. For example, I would say the piano is something that is very hard. You have to be very dedicated. You have to practice a lot and suffer through so many mistakes. And I personally am trying to learn how to play the piano, not because I want to learn how to play the most beautiful thing on the piano and have everybody tell me, wow, you're such an amazing person, you can play the piano. That's not why I want to learn how to play the piano. I want to learn how to play the piano because I love the piano so much. I personally think that it is something that is very worthwhile. And that's what something great is doing something that may be hard and difficult, but in the end it's worthwhile, and you're not doing it just for yourself. That's what I think great things are. And I don't think great people are doing great things just because they're great. I think they're doing it because they're doing it for, not to be known as great, but to just generically kind of be great. That sounds very much similar, but what I'm trying to say is that great people aren't doing it for the status, they're doing it for the experience. Whereas fools will try to avoid doing so because they think that the experience is too difficult. And fools don't believe in themselves to even try to do a great thing just for the status or even for themselves. So when it comes to terms of greatness, it is it's not black and white, it's very gray. You can't really explain who is great and who is not based off of what they do or not. I would say somebody that does a lot of services but privately and they don't really talk about it so much, I think they would be a truly great person because they do not talk about it publicly and they don't publicize it and be all like, hey, I am so perfect. I give $300 to the poor people. And that's what I think true greatness is a person who's willing to do it for the experience and not necessarily for themselves. Thank you.